So you want to unlock the legendary Thunderfury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker Transmog. Well, today I'm going to show you how to get it because I just unlocked it myself a few weeks ago and I'm pretty stoked about it. Let's get right into it by talking about the two main components we need: the left half and the right half of the bindings of the Windseeker. These drop from the raid Molten Core, which is located inside the Blackrock Mountain in the zone Burning Steppes. To get to the raid entrance, we head inside the mountain and fly to this platform near the lava where you'll find this NPC who can teleport you to Molten Core. Once we're inside, the only two bosses we're worried about farming for the bindings are Garr and Baron Geddon. So when you run this, you can just head straight to them. Garr can drop the right half of the bindings of the Windseeker, and Baron Geddon can drop the left half of the bindings of the Windseeker. They both have about a 4% chance to drop the bindings, so expect to farm this for a bit unless you get lucky. For me personally, I actually got pretty lucky, although I was farming them for a few years before this point, but then I kind of gave up for a while, and when Collector's Bounty came back, I decided to try again, and I ended up getting the right half off Garr within, I think, my second or third attempt running this, and then it only took me a couple more attempts to get the left half from Baron Geddon, so I got both the left and right half within less than a month, but I had been farming it for years before that point with no luck. So it's kind of random. You could maybe get them within a couple weeks of each other, or it could take you several months or several years. But yeah, farming the bindings is basically the bulk work of getting Thunderfury, so that's what you'll be busy doing. And by the way, you can farm them on any class, even if your toon can't use one-handed swords. Whoever you unlock Thunderfury on, the appearance is then added account-wide, and any of your characters who can equip one-handed swords will be able to transmog it. And just keep in mind, when it comes to farming the bindings, you can only run Molten Core once per week per character. It resets on Tuesdays. So at first, it's smart to bring multiple characters each week for more chances at the bindings. But the moment you get your first binding, stop farming on your other toons and just stick with that one. Because both halves need to drop on the same character, as they're not tradable, you can't put them in your war bank or anything. So if you kept farming on multiple alts, you'd risk splitting them across different characters, which would feel really awful. So once you get that first drop, just lock in and only farm it on that toon until you get the second half. And of course, whichever one you got first, just focus on the boss that drops the other half, either Garr or Baron Geddon, depending on what you still need. Now that we've talked about farming the bindings, let's move on to discussing the next important step, the quest line. As soon as you get one half of the bindings, doesn't matter which one, you will now be able to start the Thunderfury quest. It starts from this NPC in Silithus named Highlord Demitrian. You'll find him right here near the top left area of the zone. And you'll need to be in the old version of Silithus to access him, aka the version without the ginormous sword. You can talk to Zidormi here to switch it. The first quest is called Examine the Vessel. All you have to do is just talk to him and click through his dialogue options until the quest pops up, then accept it and speak to him again. The next quest is the real quest, Thunderfury the Windseeker. This is the one where you'll turn in all the key pieces. You will need both halves of the bindings, the essence of the Fire Lord, and 10 enchanted Elementium bars. The essence of the Fire Lord is the easy part. It's a guaranteed drop from Ragnaros in Molten Core, but only if you're on the quest. So next time you're in there farming the bindings, just do a full clear and grab it. The 10 enchanted Elementium bars are the expensive part. I paid about 40k gold for mine on the auction house, and honestly, worth it. A small price to pay for such an iconic, legendary transmog. Now, you can technically craft the enchanted Elementium bars yourself, but it's a headache. You'd need 300 mining and 300 blacksmithing, the recipe from Master Elemental Shaper Crixix in Blackwing Lair, plus an alchemist to transmute Arcanite bars and all the rare materials from mining and old raids. So for most players, it's way more effort than it's worth. That's why I recommend just buying the 10 enchanted Elementium bars straight off the auction house and being done with it. Alright, we're nearing the end of the process. At this point, all that's left for you to do is to just keep farming until you get both bindings. Once you've got them, along with your Essence of the Fire Lord and your 10 enchanted Elementium bars, head back to Silithus and turn everything in. As soon as you complete this quest, Prince Thunderan will spawn in, and all you need to do is defeat him. Back in the day, this required a full raid group, but nowadays you can just one-shot him. Once you defeat him and loot him, that will make the final quest pop up, Rise Thunderfury. Then turn in your quest, and congratulations, you are now the proud owner of Thunderfury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. The transmog is available to any of your characters who can equip one-handed swords. You just need to actually physically be using one-handed swords to transmog them. You cannot transmog it onto two-handed weapons or other weapon types. So yeah, that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.